My name is Angela Sung.
Jarom Vogel.
Amber Aki Huang.
I'm Danni Fisher-Shin.
I'm Ulichney.
I started Warrior Painters, and I also have a school called Warrior Art Camp.
I had the opportunity to make an augmented reality Monsters Incorporated themed illustration for Pixar, which was super fun.
The Make You Say music video, which was another made on iPad thing, and the Brutal music video, I think are two big standouts for me.
Some of the key moments that shaped my art journey, one when I realized that I could actually do a career in art and animation. Because I lived internationally in Asia, anime was a huge thing. I was already really interested in, I was always just drawing the cartoons that I really liked. And then at one point, they told me about visual development and animation, how you can actually do that as a career. I went to an animation school, Savannah College of Art and Design. I learned animation, hand-drawn, 2D, 3D, and the key moment was I got out of college, got my first job as an animator, and I hated it. And that was pretty eye-opening because I instantly realized, what do I actually like to do? I like to draw characters. I like to tell stories. So then that's when I pivoted to character design. Eventually worked full-time at DreamWorks. But, that was, I think, a very pivotal because I realized that I needed to concentrate more on what mattered to me and not on what I thought mattered to everyone else.
About a year or so into trying to pursue freelance illustration, I was contacted by somebody at an Apple store in New York, and I think they were actually under the impression that I lived in New York, and I just didn't correct them. Asked if I would be willing to come and do a demo at the Apple store, which I don't even know how big of a deal that is, but at the time it was just so validating that it's oh my gosh, I must have made it. I can do this, and I can actually go out and show myself as a real illustrator and be appreciated for that.
Finding commercial work for me was a big moment. I couldn't decide what kind of artist I wanted to be. I wanted to be a comic book artist, car designer, 3D artist. I wanted to do monster makeup in film. I just had too many ideas, really. And commercial work was the thing that gave me a lot of variety in the work that I did. It allowed me to art direct all kinds of different jobs. I was working in CG most of my career for 15 years. It gave me the opportunity to realize a lot of those dreams in smaller chunks. That really shaped me. It gave me a lot of that variety that I need and enjoy. And then, it was eventually time to branch out into animation and doing my own thing and selling Max Backs brushes and all these things. That was a big moment, was Max Backs, because it gave me the flexibility to be at this stage where I'm at now.
I started art school, and that was obviously a big moment because it was a choice to pursue that as a career, which was a chance that I took. And then I think just going through that first year, it was a foundation year of just getting the basics of traditional art and everything down, made me realize that I wanted to do more concept art or something in film and animation. Going from there into the digital media department of my school, meeting the people that introduced me to cell animation, frame by frame, and illustrative stuff like that, I just took to that immediately. So I think that was another big turning point where I was okay, this is what I want to do.
So I was a really big nerd when I was younger. I needed something to occupy my time, so I played a lot of video games, and when I saw the art from there, I was you could do this as a living? I didn't know that I could be an artist. I started to do more research in high school. My mom was super supportive, so I think that was a very important factor for me. I actually emailed Feng Zhu, gathered all my courage, and I was hey Feng Zhu, could I ask you a question? Do you think I can make a living doing art? So he responded back a really long email, and then that was a really important moment for me. So I was I have to make this work no matter what. And ever since then, I had the momentum to keep trying harder and harder. I think the Feng Zhu thing really changed my life.